Hello and welcome to my Facebook Live video series. I am Kristen Grace McGarry, and I'm a health and lifestyle alchemist. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, advanced cranial sacral therapist, and somato emotional release therapist. I'm also certified in functional medicine, homeopathy, herbology. I have many cool and fun tools in my toolkit. Today I was just doing psychosomatic therapy with someone, which is body reading, looking at the structure as an expression of the soul, and then making postural corrections to allow for the free flow of chi, vital life force energy, and emotions to move through your physical structure. Super fun. Today, I have a really fun and interesting topic for you that is something near and dear to my heart, something that is very important, and why I remain so vibrant and grounded, even though the world around me seems quite chaotic. Today, I'm going to be speaking about self-care strategies. So strategies to really love yourself up and take good care of you. Not just your physical body, but yes, that is important, but your mind and your spirit, your heart, your emotions as well. Self-care strategies. Let me tell you a little bit about what I do for myself, and then I will also be sharing a lot of resources so that you can find things for your body, your mind, your spirit, your life that feel really good and nourishing to you. Some of my favorite self-care strategies right now, and they do ebb and flow, and I change as the seasons change, or my mood changes, or my body speaks to me in a different way. But right now, some of the things I'm doing is orgasmic bedroom yoga in the morning. And my very dear friend and mentor, Carol Maureen Friesian, teaches psychosomatic therapy, and she teaches orgasmic bedroom yoga. And it's probably not what you're thinking. It is first thing in the morning when you just start to wake up, getting into your body and starting at the very tips of your toes, stretching your toes, feeling into your bones and your skin and your muscles, moving your ankles, feeling your calves, coming up to your knees, bending your knees, stretching each leg, coming up to your quadriceps, doing some stretches on your side where you have one leg over the other leg, and you stretch your hip, and you keep working up your body, stretching, feeling all of your skin, your fascia, your muscles, your bones, your joints, and moving them, getting into your body in a new way. And this happens first thing in the morning before you get out of bed. You start stretching and stretching your arms and your back and your neck and your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists, and moving them, circulating them, feeling all of your fingers and toes as if you're a kitty cat and you're pawing a pillow. So orgasmic bedroom yoga. And then you do your neck and your head and your face. You blink and move your face and your lips. This is a beautiful morning practice to get into your body. This can be one strategy of self-care, and I love it. I just love feeling into my body every morning. It feels so good and juicy. And then my next self-care strategy is I meditate. And I go through different meditations. Sometimes I do like a Zen meditation, or I will do a guided meditation, or I will do, I work with Joe Dispenza's meditations. I recently did a 21-day abundance meditation with Deepak Chopra that he is offering, that you could find on his Deepak Chopra site for his Deepak Chopra Center. So there are lots of different kinds of meditations that I've done and I've been trained in over the years, and I kind of mix and match and see what feels good to me. So then I meditate after I get in my body. I do my meditation. Next, I get up and I usually exercise. I do some form of movement. I have a bike, and so I do cycling. I have a stationary bike where I am right now, and I do high intensity interval training on the bike, and I do it for about 20 to 30 minutes, about 4 or 5 times a week. That's a great form of self-care. I also have a little weight set, and I'll do some weight-bearing exercises. There are all sorts of exercises that you can find that are right for you. Talk to your doctor, talk to a personal trainer. I used to be a competitive bodybuilder, so I'm really familiar with what works for my body and my structure. And I like to combine stretching, balance, muscle bearing exercise, and cardiovascular. They're all very important in terms of self-care. So pick what works for you. Some days I don't do the bike and I'm doing a gyrokinesis class online through Gyrotonic Bodhi, which is in Boulder, Colorado. And I've been working with Jen at that studio. She is amazing. I'm also working with the Changing Room studio in Seattle, and Sarah Rose is teaching. So I'll do gyrotonic, and that's a real combination of balance and stretching and strengthening in a very unique way. So that's more of my self-care in the morning. And then I do Qigong twice a day, every single day. So might seem like a lot, but it's why I feel so great and why I'm so vibrant all of the time. And I don't have to do these things for hours and hours, although right now I am taking advantage of this incredible time to really dive into my practices and do more and really feel juicy in them. So I'm in a 4-year doctoral program for medical Qigong. So my own Qigong practice is really growing, and it's very exciting, and I'm enjoying it very much in my own being, and also loving sharing it with others. So then I do my Qigong practice. Some of you may be interested in Qigong or Tai Chi, and having a practice that you do every day, even if it's not all of the things I'm talking about, finding something for self-care every single day is very important. And I like to start and end my day with self-care. So I'll give you some more examples of other ways that I'm doing self-care right now. I also am in nature as much as possible. I live right on a river in the jungle in Costa Rica right now, and I go down to the river and I meditate in the middle of the day. I take a break from my work and from writing and seeing patients and answering emails and doing Facebook Lives with you. I take a break and I go down to the water and I pray and I meditate and I sing. Sometimes I bring my drum, sometimes I bring a rattle, and I just allow it to flow through me. Sometimes I don't have a particular song I'm singing, and I'm just singing certain notes or certain vowel sounds or tones. So find something that feels really good to you for your self-care. Now, I want to warn you, there's something really important that deserves some attention. If your self-care is drink a bottle of wine and eat 2 pounds of chocolate and a container of ice cream, I will ask you to please consider up-leveling your self-care. Because leveling up self-care is going to be really important if that's your go-to. This is a sign of some addiction. It's a sign of unmet needs. It's a sign of suppressed emotions in your physical being and your emotional body. So if you're reaching for substances for your self-care, then you may reconsider that and start looking at other ways, more healthy, more balanced ways to do your self-care. Judy just wrote, hi Judy, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Next, nature is so powerful. Being in the elements, as I was saying, is so powerful. Another really fun self-care thing that has to do with the elements, I'm talking about being in the jungle and being on a river, so I'm near the water element, I'm connected to the earth. But fire is another element. So cooking can be a wonderful act of self-care, self-love. Also, lighting candles and having a beautiful ambiance at night as the sun's going down, lighting candles. This can be a very simple and inexpensive act of self-care. To just down-regulate your nervous system, be in the dark, be with candles, perhaps diffuse some essential oils if you have them, or put some on your body if you have them. This can be another act of self-care. Working with the elements, working with the elements. Now there are different elements, different traditions honor different elements. So there's fire, metal, water, earth, and wood, and ether can be another element. And so play with that, and maybe I'm gonna do a whole Facebook Live on the 5 elements. Great idea, Krista Grace. I'm gonna do it. That way you'll understand more about the elements that I'm speaking about right now. More self-care ideas. Something that we're doing in Qigong that I really like, and it also pulls from other traditions like martial arts, but also yoga and some gyrokinesis. We're all doing very similar warm-ups that get us into our body. So I'm going to share a couple of these with you so you can try them out and see if this is another way you could be doing self-care with your physical body. So after you've maybe stretched your body in bed doing orgasmic bedroom yoga, then when you're sitting up, perhaps after you exercise or before you exercise, to start warming up your body in a new way. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of things that both I've learned in Qigong and martial arts and yoga and gyrotonics kind of all mixed together. There's a lot of overlap. So rub your hands together. Create some heat, some friction in your hands. And then wipe your face down. I'm sweating, so I'm going to wipe my face off a little bit. And then wipe your face, start rubbing your face. This is beautiful self-care. Ladies, if you've got wrinkles, rub your face more. Make sure you have clean hands. Oh, it's so good. Rub your temples. If you've got lines on your forehead like I do, rub your forehead. Lines aren't bad. We like lines. These are in face reading, these are character lines, and they're actually quite important. Do not Botox your character lines. They change your personality. It's not so great. So rub your face. There are so many acupuncture points on your face. This is an act of self-care. And then take it up into your scalp and rub your scalp. Rub your scalp, rub your scalp, rub your scalp. Ba Hui is a point on the very top of your head. Rub your scalp, rub your scalp. And move your scalp. Move the fascia. Move your scalp. Good, good. And then get behind. Get behind your head. And then just below your occiput, which is the big bone in the back of your skull. Go ahead and get in there. These are acupuncture points. Gallbladder 20. Go ahead and get under that skull. And then start pinching and rub it fast. Rub it fast. Woo! You might get a little shivers. Rub, 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 rub. Good. And then come behind your ears. This is a Sanjiao point in Asian medicine. Rub behind your ears, your jaw a little bit in there. Get in there. And then simultaneously rub in front of your ear, your jaw. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Okay, we're working on self-care. Now you're going to get to your throat. We don't often touch our throat. Go ahead, rub from back of your neck round to the front of your throat, and then go back again. Back to front, front to back, back to front, front to back. Oh, it's so good. Now go to your shoulders. Now in Asian medicine, we take a light fist and we pound our shoulders a little bit. Go ahead, give yourself a little pound. It's a loving tap. And it's going to start to disperse some energy that might be stuck here. So I'm demonstrating, if you're just joining us, demonstrating one self-care method. All right, now take your hands and pull those traps forward. Pull them forward. Self-care, self-care. Oh, it's so good. My massage therapist cannot come over to give me a massage, so I got to do it myself. All right. Oh, so good. Good, good, good. Now, lung points on your chest. Right here. Go ahead and rub right here. These are lung points. It's going to stimulate your lungs. Very important during this particular pandemic. Good. Now, tap on your chest. If you're just joining us, I'm going through some self-care, some physical body self-care, and then we're going to move into emotional and energetic and spiritual. All right, now, these beautiful arms of yours, go ahead and we're going to start the little webbing of your thumb. We're going to go hands to arms. Go ahead and press in the webbing of your thumb. You can even tap it a bit. And then rub. Tap, tap, rub. Good. Good. Now, interlace your fingers and give yourself some little twisting rubs of your hands. Good. Good. Now take your thumb and rub it down the palm. Rub the palm of your hand. Both hands. Good. And then each finger, you're going to take the finger, pull it through the fingernail. Pull. Pull. Pull and let your arms fly apart. Pull. Next hand. Pull. Flick at the nail. Flick at the nail and pull. Flick at the nail and pull. Good. Now, the side of your hands, we're going to tap. This is small intestine. Meridian. I like going back and forth. I have a teacher that says just do one side first for a while and then the other, but I like going back and forth. Find what works for you. Okay, next, your arms. I want you to wring your arm out, pulling it towards the center of your body, inward towards your body. Wring it out. You're actually moving the fascia. Wring it out. It feels so good. It's even a little sore, but in a really good way. Wring it out, going up your arm. Wring it out, wring it out, wring it out. Other arm. Wring it out. Oh, so good. Wring it out. Stretch that fascia. Wake up the meridians. These channels of energy that we work with in Asian medicine. Wring it out, wring it out. Wring it out, wring it out. All right, and then in your armpits, there's a point. It's heart 1. Gentle, gentle, and very lovingly, just rub it a little bit. Heart 1, just a little. Don't dig in there. Just a little pump of heart 1. Good. Next, your rib cage. Go ahead and hold your rib cage and take some deep breaths and feel your rib cage and imagine your rib cage expanding in all directions. Front, back, both sides, up and down. And feel it. And then it comes back to center. And then again, feel it. Side, front, back, up and down. And then it comes back to center. Good, deep diaphragmatic breathing in all directions. Really, really important. Okay, now stomach. In the particular form of Qigong that we're doing, we do some tapping with light hands on our stomachs. And I do it clockwise from my right to my left. And I do it in going in a circle. From my right ascending colon to my left descending colon, waking it up. Good. Then I take those hands and I do light pounding above my kidneys, going down to my sacrum. Above my kidneys, as high up as I can go, going down to my sacrum. If you're just joining us, this is a self-care routine I'm walking you through so that you can be loving on your body and moving some energy as we're at home right now during this pandemic. I almost said stuck at home, but I'm not looking at it that way. I don't feel stuck here. All right, then on your booties, gallbladder. Gallbladder 30 on your booties. I do a light fist tapping on my booty. It feels so good because you might be sitting on your booty on the computer, watching Netflix, and you haven't moved today. Hit that booty. Then you're gonna bring it down the sides of your legs. I'm going on the side of my leg, gallbladder channel, waking it up. Ooh, I can feel gallbladder 31. I'm gonna spend a little time. If there's a tender point, spend a little more time on it. Loving up your body. Good. Self-care. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Now I'm gonna take both hands on one leg. And I'm gonna tap, 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 inner and outer leg. Tap, 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 tap. Good. And I'm gonna take it down to my calf. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Waking it up. Tap, tap, tap. Then I'm gonna brush my calf. You can even get in there and rub your calf if that feels good to you. Rub your quad, your hamstring, if that feels good to you. I often make that part of my bedroom yoga in the morning. Now, footsies. I am a Pisces, and I love my feet to be rubbed. So I have nobody here rubbing my feet, so I gotta do it myself. So I'm gonna show you some of my foot tricks. I have a little bit dirty feet, jungle feet. All right, foot tricks. Go ahead and see if I can aim this down so you can see. Can you see my foot? I think you can. All right, here are my foot tricks. So first, my toesies. These are like your yoga toe shoes. Have you ever used those yoga sandal toe shoes or the toe spreaders? Go ahead and use your fingers as toe spreaders and get in between your toesies. And you're gonna start moving your toes, your feet, these metatarsals. Oh, it feels so good. And then you can even include your ankle. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. So good. Go ahead. Give yourself a little foot massage. This is self-care. If you're just joining us, I'm showing some self-care. Now, I'm going to take my fingers out, and I'm going to go to the bottom of my feet and take both my hands, and in the very, let me show you, right here is a kidney point in Chinese medicine. So I'm going to gently rub that point, and I'm going to also rub this way, stretching my feet, my skin. In psychosomatic therapy, this part of the foot represents the heart. So I'm pulling it out. And I'm going to do that going all the way down my foot to my heel. And then I'm going to press into my heel a bit, because that feels good on my feet. And then I'm going to come up to the toes. And I'm going to like do scissor splits with my toes. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Scissor split, and then big split. And then next toe, scissor split, big split. This feels so good to the toes. Scissor split, big split. Scissor split, big split. Good. Then take your ankle. Kidney meridian and bladder meridian are on both sides of the ankle. So you're going to go ahead and take your ankle and rub in there. Next, take a soft fist and you can pound your head. You can do top, bottom, whatever feels good to you. Wake it all up. You can trace the entire body on your foot. It's so cool. Okay, next leg. Walking you through one of my self-care, mixture of self-care that I learned from a couple of different modalities and teachers. My Qigong teacher, martial arts, something called Tui Na in Chinese medicine, which is meridian massage work, gyrokinesis, gyrotonics. I'm not certified to teach gyro. This is not gyro. I'm just showing a couple of stretches that had crossover with my Asian medicine practices that I do. All right, this leg, we're gonna take a soft fist. And we already did down the outside of the leg, the gallbladder channel. Now we're gonna also do the inside of the leg. If I was standing and doing a different kind of warm-up with martial arts, I would also be tapping behind the leg, behind the knee. From here, I'm going to go down to my calf. And I'm gonna pound along my calf. You can pound under your calf, you could brush your calf, you can massage your calf, your hamstring, your quad, whatever feels good to you. And then toesies. If you're just joining us, I'm doing some self-care, showing you one of my self-care routines. So now I'm gonna pretend that I've got the yoga toe spreaders and I'm using my own fingers, getting them in there. And it can hurt a little bit, do your best, but it's really important to spread your toesies like this. Woo, this foot hurts a little more than my other foot. There, it's getting in there. And then you're gonna start moving your toes a bit. Spreading, warming your feet up. This is something I do before I dance often. I'm a tango dancer, and I like to warm my feet up in all sorts of ways before I dance. Now you could include your ankle in this movement. Beautiful. How's everybody feeling? Getting in your body. Beautiful. And then I'm going to pull my fingers out. Oh, yeah. Awesome. And then I'm going to be spreading the sole of the foot like this. Spreading. Good. And this is a kidney point, kidney 1. I'm going to gently rub that a little bit. It's a great grounding point if you're feeling a lot of stress during the pandemic and you're like freaking out. Go ahead and grab this kidney point and anchor your energy down, ground it, root it to the earth. Good. Now we're going to do toe splits. So scissor kick with 2 toes, and then a big split. Next toe, scissor kick, big split. Scissor kick, oh my God, it feels so good. Scissor kick, big split, and scissor kick, big split. Oh, so good. Then you're gonna take your fist, do some pounding, gently, lovingly, waking stuff up in your feet. Good. All right, I went pretty much from head to toe. So if you missed it or you're just joining us, you can go back and watch the replay of one of the ways that I do self-care to warm up my physical body. I've already talked about a lot of other physical self-care things I'm doing. I now want to move to emotional self-care. How are you taking care of yourself emotionally right now during this pandemic? You're likely at home isolating. What are you doing for yourself emotionally? If you're feeling stress or anxiety or anger or sadness, there's all sorts of things going on Facebook, a million conspiracy theories. They're all over the place. People don't believe there's a pandemic. People do believe there's a pandemic. I am not going to share my opinion. However, it's a really important time for self-care. Super important. Emotional self-care. If your emotional self-care is to drink a bottle of wine and eat 2 pounds of chocolate and a container of ice cream, please upgrade your self-care. Please listen to this again and again, or reach out to me. Check me out on my website, guthappyketo.com, and I'm happy to guide you and help you and direct and empower and inspire you to find a better self-care strategy. So, emotional self-care. So things that I'm doing for myself is journaling. I like that, to express stuff. There's particular Qigong practices I'm doing that help move emotion. And I'm using sound, vibration, my voice. I also have a Shruti box, which is kind of like a harmonium without a keyboard. And even just last night, I was in a class where we were using the vibration of our voice, which moves energy, which can be really self-soothing when we have a lot of emotion going on. And so there are lots of cool practices out there to move emotions and to do self-care of your emotions. Music, soothing music can be really soothing emotionally. Hugging someone, cuddling, kissing, holding hands. If you're at home with someone or a pet, these things can be really soothing to your emotions. You can also get on Zoom with someone and connect and eye gaze through Zoom. There are some authentic relating groups like T Group or Circling, and they're doing various online Zoom group calls. so that people are getting their emotional and communication needs met and staying in community even when we're isolating. These can be excellent forms of self-care. There are yoga classes going on online that can also help you emotionally. There are chanting. Check out if there's any kirtan in your area going on online. This can also be super soothing emotionally. Let's see. Reading a book, watching a sweet movie can be very soothing emotionally. I tend to avoid the violent films and the scary films. So just be mindful. What are you exposing yourself to? What are you exposing your nervous system to? Is this really soothing? Is this really an act of self-care? Or is it an act of numbing out? Now, it's not that numbing out is bad, but I want to help you heighten your awareness so that you're more connected to you and who you are, so that you can emerge from this pandemic stronger, brighter, and in more alignment with your higher self, with more integrity, with more vibrant health. And one of the ways to do that is to do self-care and check into all these areas of self-care, mind, body, and spirit. This includes your emotions and what you're actually exposing yourself to. It could be an excellent act of self-care to turn off your media for a bit and not get on Facebook and all the conspiracy theories. It might be an act of self-love and self-care to say, no, I'm not going to buy into that right now. I'm going to work on me and dive into your own being and take care of your inner workings of your emotions and your mind. So next, spiritually, how can you do spiritual self-care? Some people would say yoga is an excellent form, or singing, praying, chanting, excellent forms of self-care. I agree. How are you praying right now? Depending on your faith, depending on your beliefs, how are you doing self-care for your spirit, for your soul? Are you connecting with your family more? Are you in nature? Are you in prayer? I invite you to create a routine. Create a routine of devotion, whatever your faith is. And if you're atheist and you don't believe in God, that's okay too. Create a devotional practice to your life, or a devotional practice to the life force that's in you right now, or a devotional practice to the sun and the moon and the rain, because it's giving us, it's scientifically supplying life to the planet. So to sit in gratitude to that can be very powerful and can be an excellent act of self-care, spiritual self-care. Watching your mind and how your mind goes off in all these different directions can be really, really good spiritual and emotional and mental self-care. There are certain kinds of meditation that can help you track your mind, and this is just excellent to catch yourself throughout the day. What are you thinking? And I'll give you something you can substitute. Would you like that? Okay, I'm excited. What I do throughout the day, one of the things I do throughout the day, I often set an intention in the morning and focus on that intention throughout the day, in between work and in between going out in nature, etc. And one of the things I do is infinite love and gratitude, and I use this hand mudra, which is the I love you hand mudra in sign language. So if I catch my thinking going off in a direction that I don't want it to go off in the future or the past, I don't want it to be thinking of that bad thing that happened, or that conversation I didn't like, or this thing that happened with my kids, or whatever it is. I catch myself and I say, oh, infinite love and gratitude, infinite love and gratitude. I'm going to have infinite love and gratitude for those thoughts, and I'm going to harmonize myself with my intention and my highest truth. And that, to me, is an act of self-care. And so are you catching your mind? Are you catching your thoughts? This can be an incredibly powerful act of self-care and self-love to do so. And interrupt the negativity, interrupt the regret about the past, interrupt the fear about the future. Huge, huge. So we've talked a lot about physical self-care, emotional self-care, mental and spiritual self-care. Please develop practices for yourself. Start even just 5 minutes every single day. 5 minutes morning and night is a bonus, and I'll give you a gold star. And if you can work up to 20 or 30 minutes twice a day, taking care of yourself in new ways, whether it's exercise and a combination of meditation or stretching or journaling or playing special music with the intention of self-care, it makes a difference. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are inspired by all of the acts of self-care I shared with you today, and that you create your own practice. If you're just joining me or you're going to listen to the replay, please type in your self-care practices. What are you doing during these times, and how are you going to level up your self-care? I look forward to reading those. Thank you so much. You can learn more about me on my website, guthappyketo.com. GUTHAPPYKETO.com. I have lots of blogs. I have lots of recipes. They're not all keto. I have vegan and paleo and keto and gut repair and all sorts of raw desserts and cooked desserts and things that are all healthy for you. So enjoy. And tomorrow, our topic is body burden. What is it and what to do about it? So please catch me tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time, which is 11 Pacific Daylight Time. I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.